Hello friends, today we are going to talk about hyperemia and congestion. Hyperemia and congestion both stem from increased blood volume within tissues but have different underlying mechanism and consequences. Hyperemia is an active process in which arteriolar dilatation, example at sites of the inflammation or in skeletal muscle during exercise, leads to increased blood flow. Affected tissue turn red, erythema, because of increased delivery of oxygenated blood. So, in hyperemia, affected tissue turn red. Congestion is a passive process. Hyperemia was active process. Congestion is passive process resulting from reduced venous outflow of blood from a tissue. In hyperemia, there was uh, arterial dilation and there was increased blood flow. Here is reduced venous outflow. It can be systemic as in cardiac failure or localized as in isolated venous obstruction. Congested tissue have an abnormal blue-red color cyanosis that stems from the accumulation of deoxygenated hemoglobin in the affected area. In long-standing chronic passive congestion, the associated chronic hypoxia may result in ischemic tissue injury and scarring. So, see once again. Congested tissue have abnormal blue-red color cyanosis due to due to accumulation of deoxygenated hemoglobin in affected area. In long-standing chronic passive congestion (CPC), the associated chronic hypoxia may result in ischemic tissue injury and scarring. A chronically congested tissue capillary rupture can also produce small hemorrhagic foci, consequent catabolism of extravascular red cells, and can leave residual telltale cluster of hemosiderin-laden macrophages. These are very important. As a result of increased hydrostatic pressure, congestion commonly leads to edema. You can see it. This line is very important. See it once again. In chronically congested tissue, capillary rupture can produce small hemorrhagic foci. Subsequent catabolism of extravascular red cell have can leave residual telltale cluster of hemosiderin-laden macrophages. These macrophages will phagocytose extravascular red cell. We will see again in later. Morphology. Congested tissue take on dusky reddish-blue color cyanosis due to red cell stasis and the presence of deoxygenated hemoglobin, as we have already discussed. Microscopically acute pulmonary congestion is marked by engorged alveolar capillaries, that is filled alveolar septal edema and focal intra-alveolar hemorrhage. There will be intra-alveolar hemorrhage within alveoli. There will be hemorrhage. There will be septal edema, alveolar septal edema. In chronic pulmonary, this is in acute pulmonary. Now in chronic pulmonary congestion, which is often caused by congestive heart failure, the septa are thickened and fibrotic, and the alveoli often contains numerous macrophages laden with hemosiderin, heart failure cells derived from phagocytosed red cell. So macrophage contains numerous hemosiderin-laden macrophage, which is known as heart failure cell. So, heart failure is found in they are found in lungs. Don't be confused. Heart failure cell is found in lungs, not in heart. These are derived from phagocytosed red cell, and septa will be thickened and fibrotic in chronic pulmonary congestion. In acute hepatic congestion, the central vein and sinusoid are distended because the centrilobular area is at distal end of the hepatic blood supply. Centrilobular hepatocyte may undergo ischemic necrosis and periportal hepatocytes, better oxygenated because of proximity to hepatic arterioles may only develop fatty chains. So see again, in acute hepatic congestion, central vein and sinusoid are distended. Central vein and sinusoid are distended because the centrilobular area is at distal end of hepatic blood supply. Centrilobular area. The centrilobular hepatocyte may undergo ischemic necrosis because they don't get proper blood supply. Ischemic, they will develop ischemic necrosis. And periportal hepatocyte, they have oxygenated, they are better oxygenated, so they will not develop ischemic necrosis, but they will undergo fatty change. In chronic passive hepatic congestion, the centrilobular region are grossly red, brown, and slightly depressed because of cell death, and are accentuated against the surrounding zones of uncongested tan liver, nutmeg liver. We'll see figure. Microscopically, there is centrilobular congestion and hemorrhage, hemosiderin-laden macrophage, and variable degree of hepatocyte dropout and necrosis. Let's see picture. This is your picture from Robbins. More clearly, this is gross picture. You can see here. Central areas are red. These all are darker. Central areas are red and slightly depressed compared with the surrounding tan viable parenchyma, forming nutmeg liver pattern. So called because it resembles cut surface of nutmeg. How? What is nutmeg? How look nutmeg look like? You can see here in nutmeg there will some darker area and lighter area, darker area, lighter area. Same in case of um, same in case of chronic passive hepatic congestion. There will be pattern nutmeg liver like nutmeg liver pattern. You can see here these darker are red and slightly depressed. These are this dark red and slightly depressed darker area, which is alternating with this lighter tan parenchyma. You can say this looks like nutmeg liver. Why this picture is evident? Let's again see theory. What was written previously? In chronic passive hepatic condition, the centrilobular region are grossly red-brown and slightly depressed. We have seen in figure because of cell death. Why they are slightly depressed? Because of cell death and are accentuated against the surrounding zone of uncongested tan liver. Yes, you can see a figure clearly. Central hemorrhage necrotic area, dead cell. Now see the microscopic picture. Centrilobular necrosis with degenerating hepatocyte and hemorrhage. There will be hemorrhage and macrophage are laden with hemosiderin. Hemosiderin laden macrophages are also present. These are necrosis, centrilobular necrosis. See figure. See again theory. Microscopically, there is centrilobular congestion and hemorrhage, hemosiderin-laden macrophage, and variable degrees of hepatocyte dropout and necrosis. Centrilobular necrosis with degenerating hepatocyte and hemorrhage and degenerating hepatocyte. So this is all about hyperemia and congestion. It was little bit shorter compared to edema. And now in next video we will talk about hemostasis, hemorrhagic disorder, and thrombosis. Thank you.